Hey, 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 it's Monday. Monday's mindset. Everybody, how are you? Wherever you are in the world, Monday's mindset. And we're going to talk about what are a couple of things that you might do that, some lessons that we learn in life that we want to do them above everything else that we do in our business and in our life. Those are some things that we hold dear to our hearts and we need to get them done. And doesn't matter what come may, those are going to be done. We owe it to ourselves, right? I owe it to myself. You owe it to yourself. And so if you're going to be watching me live, let me know where you're watching from because today I want to talk about some things that we definitely owe to ourselves. Yeah, we don't owe it to anybody else, and somebody else doesn't owe it to us. We owe it to ourselves. We take personal responsibility, take accountability of ourselves. So we owe it to ourselves above everything else. We owe those things to ourselves. So we're going to talk today Monday's mindset, my friend. We're going to set the tone for the rest of the week because we know how it is. Man, the weekend can sap up all the, little vigor and vitality. And then we need to get a little push start come Monday. So we got it right here. So if we have not met before, my name is Yvette Garel, and I come to you live in this community every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 4 p.m. Daylight saving time or Eastern time. Well, it's not Eastern time, daylight saving time, right? Because I live in the United States of America and we are on daylight saving time. Now, we talk about all things business, right? All things personal development. We educate, we inform, we inspire, we just try to find something that will lift us up, encourage, educate, huh? Give you a little bit more pep in your step to take the business to the next level. Today is our Monday mindset day. Every Monday I come here, something inspiring, something just to kind of help us along the journey. It's just a little extra push, you know. We all need that sometimes. So we're not gonna waste any time today because there are some things. Let me make sure my volume is okay. There are some things that we need to do in life, regardless. We got to do that for ourselves. So we owe that to ourselves. So you see, I'm putting my hand on my yes. I owe it to myself above anything else. Okay, and so we're going to discuss just three today, and the readings are coming from Chris Widener's book that he coined based upon Jim Rohn's writing. And we all know about Jim Rohn. And if you don't know anything about Jim Rohn, go look him up. One of the greatest writer who wrote um, just some great insights into business and personal development and how both of them intertwine and for success and development and as well as sustainability because we want to achieve, we want to sustain, we want to have success, right? Yeah, but there are a couple of things that we don't really learn them in school. hmm We don't really learn them in school. Some things we got to be like personally develop ourselves in order to get there. Because you know that the business that we operate, a large amount of it is personal development, how we execute, how we plan, how, our growth. So today we're going to talk about that. All right. So for those persons who are home-based business owners, network marketers, direct sales personnel, MLMs, you name it, if you're in the marketing industry, any at all online, we're here to help and coach and we train people into some of these things, those strategies and tools that we use on social media because we already know that the online world isn't going anywhere. It's there to stay. So why not learn the tools that can get you across the finish line um, online, right? Social media is just dominating the entire marketing arena right now. So why not learn those tools? So that's why we come here, so we can prepare you, we can teach you, we can help you along as a social media coach right here. All right. Well, today is Monday's mindset. I love Monday's mindset. I don't know about you, because I remember some things that my parents used to tell me. Didn't mean a thing. Did not mean a thing to me until I got older and I could actually put them into perspective. Didn't understand. Didn't they just didn't make sense. Just frankly speaking, they really didn't make sense. I was like, what is that all about? But now, as I got older, I can say, oh, yeah, that's what she was talking about. Yeah, the older folks got some wisdom to pass on to us. We want to sometimes sit at their feet and listen. So here it is, Jim Rohn. He left it on paper for us, and he trained and he coached a lot of folks. A lot of leaders and gurus have sat at his feet and have read his books and have followed his principles and are successful. So here we are. So Chris Widener is one of them. He was mentored by Jim Rohn, so he did a lot of his he narrated a lot of his book based upon what he learned from that great um, writer. So he said, above all else, there are a couple of things that we need to do. We're only going to talk about three of them today, just one, two, three of them, right? He says, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Hmm. Wow. That's kind of suck, right? Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Now we know that the job, we walk in, we get a job, we meet the qualifications, we get into the position, we get a job description, and somewhere down the bottom it says, and any other duties, right? Right, a long list, one to, quite a, and then as you go along in the job, stuff get added on, becomes so overwhelming sometimes. But what if we are not ready to handle all of that? It's just about time to work on us, because we need to the discipline. We need the discipline. We need the motivation. We need the encouragement. We need some stamina. We need some tenacity. We need something. So sometimes working on ourselves, that's pretty much what we need. It's not about the job itself. It's not about the business itself. It's about us. What do we bring to the table? Our attitude, our drive, our energy, and all that. The principles and the steps and the content and all that is already there. But are we actually doing the work? What do we actually bring? So we can execute, so we can implement, so we can organize. So a lot of times it's us holding ourselves back from achieving and sustaining success. Yeah. Because we want to enjoy that, right? We want to enjoy that. So, but we got to work for it, my friends. So then he says, work harder on yourself. He didn't say leave the job. He didn't say stop working the job. He didn't say, don't show up for the job. He said work harder on yourself. There's a lot of things that we can do for ourselves that can help us along our journey. So here comes the personal development. Are you reading? Are you listening to podcasts? Are you, listening to the audiobooks? Are you actually trying to find somebody to mentor you? Are you realize you have a weakness or something, you're lacking in certain skills? Are you actually going out there trying to find help? What are you seeking out resources? Working harder on yourself than you do on the job. If you work harder on yourself, the job becomes easier, because now you're equipped to handle the stress and the rigor and the corners. You can turn it because you're ready. You're strong, not maybe physical strength, mental strength. Now you're ready. Mental toughness, my friends. You don't have to be physically strong, but you can be mentally tough. But you can be both as well, or one or the other. But to be mentally tough, you can handle some things. It doesn't matter what they throw against. You used to watch that movie, The Rock. That show, that guy, The Rock, I forget his bright real name, but I'm sure a lot of us watched that, those movies that gentleman started. or when he used to fight and all that good stuff. The Rock. Yeah, he come up in there. He said, "You gotta be smell what the Rock is cooking, right? Are you ready to rumble?" And he said, smell what the. We don't know what the Rock was cooking. The Rock was ready. He was equipped. That's what we need to do, work on ourselves and equip ourselves, because that's what's going to pull us through. Us, we have to do that for ourselves. John cannot do it for me nor Mary. Yeah, they can, encourage me, but if I don't actually actually apply it, no. So nobody can do that for you. So I'm here to remind you that you need to work hard on yourself, harder on yourself than you do the job. Because if you're ready to take it on, then it's going to be easy. All right. So the second thing I want to talk about today is to surround yourself with the best people. Now, that's going to be maybe challenging, but that's going to require some searching and moving around. Surround yourself with the best people. We like to talk about our inner circle. Who is in our inner circle? Who are the people we are surrounded by? And if you remember, if you the I think it was John C. Maxwell that coined the phrase, you are the average of the five persons that you surround yourself by. Huh? So we have to be careful. We need to choose our company well, right? We cannot stay with the chickens. We got to be eagles. So we got to fly. The eagles soar and the chickens are going to down the bottom there. But we've got to surround ourselves with the best people, people that are going somewhere in business and in life. So surrounding yourself with the best people will give you the ability to be like that. I remember when I used to go to school as a younger girl in not high school, the elementary school. I used to emulate some of my teachers. I'm like, man, I want to be like her when I grow up. I want to be like him when I grow up. There were some things that caught my attention and that stayed with me for life because, man, I remember this teacher by her name, Miss Dillon. Never forget that lady. And I remember her, that's from elementary school, my friends, Miss Dillon. Yes, like she's gone past a long time ago. But I remember her because the way how she manages her class, the way how she executes her lesson, the way how she made sure that we learned. She was just like on it and everybody behaved in her class, right? And it was so different from some of the others. Everybody brought something different to the table. But this lady, man, she was the star in my eyes. So I would want to surround myself with that star because she got some of the things that I want. And that's what it's all about. We've got to put ourselves, yep, got to seek them out, but you have got to get into the company of the people that are going somewhere. We cannot hang around chickens that are not going anywhere. They just murmur, cluck, cluck, cluck all day long. We're going to fly out of that. Soar like an eagle. Find some more eagles that are soaring up there. If that's what it is, that's an analogy. But we have got to find some people that are actually movers and shakers in your industry, and say, okay, well, what are you doing? I want to be like you. I want to, I see things are happening for you there. How can I, what do I need to do? We've got to sit them out and sit at their feet. Sit at their feet, ask them as long as you're willing, because some people might be unwilling. So, hey, there's a lot out there. You got to seek them out. If you need help, seek it out. My mama, let's go back. I'm going to tell her, bless her heart. She used to let me know that if you have dry peas like red kidney beans, okay? Red kidney beans, but she said dry peas. Dry peas will seek fire. In order for you to get that peas soft, you got to cook that thing. Soak it in water or whatever, put it to boil. So, and all these phrases she always said, I was like, what on earth is she talking about? Huh? Yeah. Always seek water. The peas will want water to get it kind of soften up the fiber, and then it will always want heat, fire to cook it to make it soft. Yeah, so if it remains dry, you can't even eat that. Huh? Right. So we've got to surround ourselves with the people that can take us to the next level, mentorship, coaching, listening again to people who have been there. Because I'm telling you, and everybody who has achieved, they'll let you know, ain't no easy road out here. But if you're willing to stick to it, if you're willing to fall down and get back up, if you're willing to fail and consider failure another step towards your success, if you're willing to change, if you're willing to do some things differently, if you're willing to adjust and just do some things differently, if you're willing to just get the right frame of mind, and yeah, we can work. If you're willing to be coachable, hey, we can work, but we got to do it. So we got to surround ourselves with the best people, okay? Who is in your inner circle? You might want to check that out. Some time ago, I did a live to say we really need to get rid of some of people that we consider those in our inner circle, because they're there, they're not serving, and they're not serving us well. They're just there. So we got to evaluate and be like, okay, so what purpose does this person serve in my inner circle? It's tough love, but you got to do it. Okay. Now, the last thing I want to talk to you about today, which is near and dear to my heart, and I believe that all of us, well, that's my belief now, all of us should try to leave a legacy. A legacy, something for the generation that's coming. Leave a legacy. Because if we have to leave something for them to hold on to, those persons that already passed and gone, they left something for us. So we now, I believe, I'm suggesting we have the responsibility, or we should, or we it's something that we need to think about if you haven't thought about it before. Leave a legacy. What can somebody say? Well, when Yvette was whichever 2022, 2021, this is what she did, and this is what she had to overcome. This is, and so she left this blueprint, she left this book, she left these, step by step instruction. She just left us with this, and so now we can hold on to it, so they can build on it and leave a legacy for the generation to come. Yeah, leave a legacy. Can't just keep it to ourselves. We've got to share. We have got to let somebody know that, yes, this is what works. And if you're not going in that direction, then think about what you're doing, because you got to figure out how you're going to get that to work. There are some things that are not feasible, but people want to do them anyway. Then there's some things that you just keep churning, 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 because one, you're not ready to change. Two, you're not ready to adapt and adjust. Three, we just hard headed and we don't want to listen to anybody, so we're not coachable, and all that, including myself. I remember, yeah, I used to be one of those ones that were not coachable. Oh, yeah. Why should I do it this way? Why should I do, the why? We ask the questions and we're like, when we get the answer, we're like, that's not, we trying to find the answer somewhere else. Yeah, I remember those days. I remember even when I was in high school, and man, I used to have a Spanish teacher, and my goodness, maybe that's why I didn't actually pass the Spanish in the examination, because I could not, we weren't connecting at all, because when I asked a question, she would want to know why I'm asking those questions. I just didn't understand. But then I'd be like, okay, when she just didn't bother with me and I didn't push. Huh? But I'm asking the questions anyway. Okay, now years later on down the road, I still had to go learn the Spanish another way. But anyway, I'm just saying, maybe it's not her, maybe it was me. Yeah. It could as well be her too, because she probably didn't have the time and the patience to help me. And I'm asking when they say the dumbest question, Ain't no question, dumb question. I'm asking because I didn't have clarity, right? Didn't have any understanding. I was like, I was lost. I don't know about you. Have you ever felt lost? But we're here today so we can um, talk about ourselves, talk about ourselves, talk about the legacy we want to leave, talk about the people we want to surround ourselves by, and talk about how we need to work on ourselves more than how we work on the job. And the job doesn't necessarily mean you get a job out there, somebody hire you, da 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 da. Could be your business, could be a job that you have to do. First of all, you got to prepare yourself. It's like you have to sharpen the axe. Yeah, you know that famous story about the tree cutter. Yeah, he spent a long time sharpening that axe. Yeah, he spent hours and hours sharpening that axe. And so by the time it was time to cut the tree, yeah, in no time. He spent so much time sharpening the axe. The axe was so sharp that the tree couldn't handle that. Huh, I'm telling you, the tree couldn't handle that sharpness. So that he was able to do the job so quickly because he had the tool. His axe was ready. So in business, all right, so we need to grab the skills, we need to grab the understanding, get some clarity, just even in our life, so that when we get out there to achieve and to get the success that we want, and we want it sustainable, we want to maintain, and we want to enjoy it. But we have got to get ready for all of that. All of that's not going to be possible if we're not ready, because it could be right in front of our face, right up front, right up front, and we are still not seeing it because we're not ready. Our mindset, we got to get ready mentally. A lot of us get ready physically, right? We go to the gym and we pump it up, we get the body right. Got to get the mindset right. So today's Monday's mindset, my friend. I hope that something that I said had an impact on you. Now, we come here every Monday to do that. And then we follow Wednesday and Friday with our social media strategies and tools. But I just know that it is so important to get ourselves ready for whatever the success, whatever we're going to achieve, whatever it is that comes, it is us. We are here. We are our business, right? And we businesses are supposed to provide solutions. And so if we're not ready to get engaged and to be like that weed, we always say, have the tenacity like a weed. But now we want to sharpen the axe, and sharpening the axe, personal development is sharpening our axe. It is helping us to be ready for whatever we got to take on. So today was Monday's mindset. I hope that you got something. We're going to continue this conversation because we got some more things that we really need to master for ourselves above all else. Yeah, we owe it to ourselves. We owe it to ourselves to be ready to know and to do and to execute. We owe it to ourselves to leave a legacy. We owe it to ourselves to surround ourselves with the best people. Who is in your inner circle? Those who are willing to assist you or to stand by your side or to have your back. Yeah, we owe it to ourselves to develop ourselves better than what we're doing right now. And if you're doing it good, and just keep going. But for those of us who need a little, there you go. Work on yourself more than how you work on the job. All right, my friends, I will see you on Wednesday. And so before we go, remember now to actually put your notification on so you can follow me on this page, Yvette Guerrero Online. And we always have that 10-day free training bootcamp that you can opt into at yvetteguerrero.com/AMF. And we do have a special. So if you don't want to go through those 10 days training, you can grab your ebook at yvetteguerrero.com/AMF dash book. and I'll post those in the top of the video when it's posted. So I'll see you on Wednesday when we're going to talk some more about strategies and tips and tools. Take care, my friends, wherever you are in this big blue marble. Have fun. Go out and do justice to that business this week. Remember now, we're in the second quarter. We want to pump it up, okay? All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.